Hello out there, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to another episode of this podcast, The Complete Football Pod. With me, your host, Mike. I hope you're doing well. I really hope you are. Yeah, today, briefly, I'll be talking about some few stuff, some few transfer update, and also I'll be talking about the upcoming Euros. Yeah, first of all, if you're new to this channel, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. For those who already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And for those who are going to be subscribing right now, thank you so much in anticipation. I really appreciate you too. Yeah, let's dive in. Uh, the first story I'm going to talk about is the Man United managerial situation. Now, it's been confirmed that Erik Ten Hag will be staying for next season. It's a little bit surprising to me. Likewise, I know it will be a little bit surprising to so many people because personally, I thought Ten Hag will be leaving. They would probably sack him. But the Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Ineos group they made a decision to keep him. And in my opinion, actually, I'm talking for myself right now. I believe I believe it's a very bad and risky decision because think about it. I personally believe Erik Ten Hag has not done anything to keep his job at Man United. I'm not against him. It's just, you know, when you see the trajectory at which Man United at, in the 2 years he's been there, it's not really a good. It's I wouldn't say personally. I wouldn't say it's been a successful season for him. I can say that about other previous coach in Man United. Also, we all know Man United's problem runs really deep, but as a manager, I would still stick to my guts by saying you can't see any footprint or any fingerprint of Ten Hag in that team. It was fortunate for Man United to win the FA Cup this just concluded season, but I don't still think he has done enough to keep his job. But Man United has decided to let Ten Hag continue for next season, and I feel why I think it's a bad decision is because I think they all also decide Jim Ratcliffe and the Enos group or whoever. I don't know if I pronounce it well, Enos or Enos group. They know Ten Hag is not the way forward. How do I know they know Ten Hag is not the way forward? If you really trust the manager, why conduct interview for other managers? That's a red flag. They wanted him to go. Probably, I think personally, I think they could not convince other coaches they interviewed due to what they want to do at the club. So they'd be like, you know what? I think this other coaches they want more than what we want to do at Man United. Let's stick with Ten Hag. I think that's a decision that was made at the end of the day. And if I was a Man United fan, I would be very worried. I would be very worried because there was reports that says some coaches that was interviewed, some of them could not take the job because, first of all, of the low salary that was involved or that was attached to the job of a Man United manager. I don't know how much it is, but if the coaches, which we know that was contacted in Thomas Tuchel, Roberto De Zerbi, and this McKinney, which is the Ipswich Town coach, and some other coaches, like I think I can remember those three coaches. If they believe the money that's being attached to being a Man United coach is very low, then there's a problem. It's okay to be to not to spend too much, to get the best, but it's Man United, and there's let's be sincere. Any coach coming in or any manager coming in, or even Ten Hag staying at Man United has a lot of expectation. There will be a lot of expectation from the fans, for him to deliver. And also, there was also another rumor, or let's say report that says the Man United plan for next season was not good enough to convince the coaches that was interviewed for the job. And like I said, if I was a Man United fan, I would be worried. I will be worried. There was report that says they feel like if they could sell Jadon Sancho and Mason Greenwood, they could sell those players to make to spend to use their money for the transfer for the upcoming season. That is not a realistic plan. It's not. Who wants to buy Jadon Sancho? As good as he is, he would because he's on a huge salary. And Mason Greenwood, nobody wants to touch him with a 10-foot pole because of his, previous scandal. Nobody wants to touch him. As good as Greenwood is, and I just feel sorry for that guy for what he got himself into. He's a very, very good and promising player, but it is what it is. He got himself into that situation, and he's paying for it now. So if as Sir Jim Ratcliffe, if a coach coming into your club and you're saying, though, yeah, we're gonna be active in the transfer, but we have to be able to sell these two players, you will be like, what if you can't sell them? What if you can't sell them? So that's probably the main two reasons why all those coaches that was interviewed, they turned down the job. So Man United decided to stick with Ten Hag, which I would say I will still. I don't know the future, but I don't think it's a good decision. I don't think I would not be surprised uh, if by next season the season begins and within the few months Ten Hag would finally be sacked because I don't see him doing anything with this team. I just don't see it happening. So that is about Man United. They decide to keep Ten Hag. Let's see what he's gonna do next season. Let's see how they're gonna back him up with some transfer funds so that he could strengthen the squad and hopefully if he can keep the players that was mainly injured last season, the likes of uh, uh, Lindelof, the likes of Martinez, all the center backs, look Shaw. If he can keep them fit, maybe he could just carve out something. But I don't see him being a coach that would take Man United to that elite place where Man United is supposed to be. So that is that about Man United. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Chelsea situation with Romelu Lukaku. Now, Big Rome is still a Chelsea player. He was loaned to Roma, and now Chelsea wants 38 million pounds for Big Rome. They don't want to loan him. They don't want to like a pad. They just want to sell him. Now, the only option Chelsea has, or logically, is Napoli. Antonio Conte has just been announced as the Napoli coach for next season. Now, we all know how successful Antonio Conte was with Inter Milan, and a big part of his success was Romelu Lukaku playing for Inter Milan then. So Chelsea thinks there would be a potential sale to Napoli if now that Antonio Conte is going to be Napoli's coach for next season. He trusts Lukaku. They had a fun, good time at Inter Milan, and Antonio Conte would like to have him at Napoli. So it's now left for Napoli to know if they can meet with the 38 million valuation Chelsea wants to sell him. And also, the only another option Chelsea has is obviously Saudi Arabia. If a club from Saudi Arabia comes in, we all know how much they would, how big they spend. They're gonna splash. They could buy Lukaku for 38 million pounds, and we know they can afford it. So those are the only two options Chelsea has for Lukaku. And the new coach Maresca, they're working behind the scenes to make sure Chelsea start strong next season. They already signed Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham on a free transfer. As a defender, very good. Is a very decent defender. They already have him for next season. They already have William Esteval. That was Chelsea's first signing. They already have him from Palmeiras. I think there's another player on play right now. It's I think Lima is. I can't remember his full name, but it's Lima. I think it's a defender, also young defender. So Chelsea is also pursuing him now. Chelsea is actually active in this transfer. So that is all about that. Now let's talk about the Euros. The Euros will be starting tomorrow, and it's gonna be a very entertaining tournament. I'm looking forward to it, and I wish and I hope you guys are also looking forward to it. So we have so many teams in the Euros, and France, Germany, Turkey, Belgium. You can name them. The big, the top guns in Europe, and I I want to talk about who do you think would win the Euros? The usual suspect will be France and England and probably Portugal. But there's some teams also like Germany. I don't want to rule Germany out because I think they've been having a good run of form now under Julian Nagelsmann. Uh, and they are the host country, and they have, let's be sincere, they have good players. Jamal Musiala, Kai Havertz, who is in the form of his life, and Nicholas Fulcrum. They have I think Emre Can is being called back into the national team because a player was injured. A midfielder was injured, and then Nagelsmann has to call him into the squad for the Euros. So, but I think France. I'm kind of confused between France and England. I know Germany would give their best. They would probably give a decent run. Also Portugal. I don't really see much for Portugal. There's another team also I'm thinking might be would always they always compete. Croatia. Croatia is always a good team. Also, any tournament since for the past 8 years, Croatia has been turning up for big tournaments like that. So, but between England and France, I'm a little bit, but I slide closely towards France than England. The only reason is because of the English manager, Gareth Southgate. You don't know what you're gonna get from Gareth Southgate. As much as he's been, you know, blessed with a lot of talent, I don't see he has not been able to harness their strength together to bring something special out of them. And I fear for England that this might be another golden generation that would not win anything, like the likes of when during Lampard, Rooney, Scholes, all those star players they had then, and they couldn't win anything. So also with Belgium, Eden Hazard when they were at the peak, Romelu Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, they could not win anything also. So I'm kind of I think if he cannot win this tournament, it would probably resign or be fired, and it's now up to England to know who next, the FA, to know who next they're gonna appoint. But I've been hearing rumors here and there about Pochettino would be a good fit for the English national team. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but I mean, England needs a coach that can, bring and nest this the skills and the potentials of these players together. Because let's be sincere, England, they're really, really, really gifted. They have good players, but Gareth Southgate, probably because he was a defender when he played, that's why he's kind of always defensive minded when as a coach. I don't know. So that's where England find themselves. And France, I just feel they have a lot of experienced and young players. Kamavinga, I think he already won like 2 or 3 Champions League. Tchouameni also, Antoine Griezmann, Olivier Giroud, Kylian Mbappe. These guys are still at the peak of their career. So that's why I think France. I lean more towards France than England, and it's still there's still room for to change my mind later, as the tournament proceeds. But for right now, I would say France. I would say France. So let me know your thoughts and your opinion about who do you think will win the Euros. Do you think Erik Ten Hag staying as a Man United coach. Do you think it's a good decision, or you think it's gonna come back to bite Man United, or you think he should have just been let go? Let me know your thoughts on your comment. Let me know your thoughts on your opinion in the comment section, and please don't forget to do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. This is gonna be the end of this episode. Thank you so much for your time. See you again next time. Bye.